Cógelo, ¿qué comentan? Yo soy Pepe Cossio y nuevamente les doy la bienvenida a la Doc-Cossiopedia y a este nuevo capítulo de Volver al Futuro. Capítulo en el que, si para los que no lo recuerden, estamos buscando al Doc que está encarcelado y que quemó un bar clandestino. Y por culpa de quemar ese bar clandestino lo van a asesinar en las horas de la noche o al otro día, algo así, no me acuerdo. Creo que es al otro día, el siguiente día. Entonces vamos a buscar al Doc en la estación de policía. Ah, vea, ventana. Me imagino que están en la ventana.
Doc!
Marty!
Doc!
What are you doing here?
You sent for me, Doc.
Pues
I did?
es que lo hice
May 14th,
cuando.
1986.
1980? The automatic retrieval system, of course. I'd almost forgotten about that.
Es que me olvidó de
So
eso.
what's our plan for getting you out of here?
Plan? We don't need a plan.
We don't.
Not
No.
in the slightest. The police picked me up for that speakeasy fire a couple of weeks ago, but the DA hasn't got a case. They're releasing me tomorrow morning.
So basically, I traveled 50 years into the past to deliver your car?
Sorry about that, but it's so wonderful to see you. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Sí, no, y te imaginas
You
cuánto.
might want to hold off on that, Doc.
Great Scott! I'm going to be gunned down by gangsters on the steps of the courthouse.
Why
Yeah.
would they do that?
Guess they didn't approve of my burning down their speakeasy.
Very
más
funny,
probable.
Doc. Maybe now we should come up with a plan.
A plan, right? But what?
Alertemos a las autoridades, volvamos en el tiempo, peleemos, hablemos con los... Pues volvamos en el tiempo, no, a ver si se puede.
Why don't I take the DeLorean, go back in time before you were arrested, and stop you from getting caught in the first place?
Don't even think about it. Without my unjust incarceration, the events that sent you into the past might never happen, resulting in a paradox of continuum shattering proportions.
Ok,
Jeez, we've
esa
been
es
back
una
together
mala
for
idea.
5 minutes, Doc, and you're already talking about the end of the universe. I've missed that.
Don't
Hay
be
que escuchar
ridiculous,
eso.
Marty. I was only referring to the end of the universe as we know it.
Supongo que podría sacarte de la cárcel, sí, esa sería como la opción más adecuada en realidad.
Well, I suppose I could just get some dynamite and break you out of jail.
No, that's far too dangerous. Not just to me, but to random innocent people in the past. The repercussions could be... That's it!
What's it?
My rocket-powered drill.
You have a rocket-powered drill?
Not yet. I haven't built it yet.
You've lost me, Doc.
Listen, a few months ago, my 17-year-old self sent in a patent application for a rocket-powered drill. I abandoned the project after I never heard back from the patent office, but the prototype should be nearly complete.
Great, I'll just run back to your lab and...
No, I said nearly complete. You need me to help you finish it.
How the hell am I supposed to sneak a half-finished rocket-powered drill into your cell?
Not me. 1931
No, Mimi, no,
Wait a minute,
yo.
Doc. You want me to convince your 1931 self to build a rocket-powered drill to break you out of jail?
Precisely.
Wow. ¿Y qué pasa con la continuidad de espacio-tiempo? ¿Cómo se supone que voy a hacer que construya un taladro cohete? ¿Dónde puedo encontrar a tu joven yo? ¿Verdad? ¿Dónde lo voy a encontrar primero que todo?
Okay, let's say I go along with this crazy idea. Where can I find you? I mean, the other you.
How should I know? It was over 50 years ago. Why don't you go over to the soup kitchen next door and give my house a call? They'll know where to find me.
Soup kitchen. Got it.
Just stay away from the soup. It'll cause irreparable damage to your digestive system.
Ok. Lo tendré presente para no comer la sopa.
I guess I better get started. Don't worry, Doc. I'll get you out of here in no time.
I'm not worried. Once you and my younger self put your heads together, you'll be unstoppable.
Bueno, vamos entonces corriendo a la... Ah, esta es. Comedor de beneficencia. Entramos al comedor. Encantador. Ah, ese es mi...
McFly!
Sí.
Biff? Kid! Grandpa?
That's Mr. Tannen to you, Artie. What are you doing out here?
Well, I was getting kind of hungry, so I figured I'd come down here for some free soup.
Just thought I'd come down for some soup. Think, McFly. The DA's throwing around subpoenas like Babe Ruth.
I don't think Ruth's a pitcher anymore.
Shut it. If one of those subpoenas landed in the hands of my number cruncher, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. I could even get sent up the river. You wouldn't want that, would you? Would you?
No, ¿quién dijo?
No, of course not, kid.
All right, that's better. What are you looking at, punk?
Keep your eyes on the soup, kid.
Well,
Well, what?
what are you still doing here?
Sorry, kid. I'll just run back to the safe house.
You do that. And McFly,
Yes?
that hat's too flashy. You better let me hold on to it.
Aw,
Now scram!
you got it, boss.
And don't come out until I give you the all clear. I swear, if even one of you mooks could add 2 + 2 without your fingers, I'd dump that wimp into the lake. Hey! Anyway, I'm off to make myself irresistible.
Ay, no, pues
Don't let
queremos.
anyone burn down the shop while I'm gone.
Bueno, voy directo al teléfono, que es lo que necesito hacer.
Brown residence.
Hi. Do you know where I could find Emmett Brown?
Young Master Brown is currently tending to his clerking duties at the courthouse.
Secretario de la corte.
Who may I say is calling?
Nadie, porque ya
Courthouse?
colgué.
Doc never told me you worked at the courthouse.
Bueno, entonces vamos afuera a hablar con el Doc. Salida. Listo. Vamos.
Doc!
Marty, have you found my younger self yet?
Trabajaste en la cárcel, ya ni sé hablar. ¿Qué haces en la cárcel? ¿Dónde estuviste? Vi a mi abuelo sobre Quintana, sobre Ernesto Inclán. Encontré tu cuaderno. ¡Ay, sí! Hay que decirle que encontramos el cuaderno, buena idea.
I know this really isn't the right time or place, but I found your notebook.
Ah, so that's where I left it. Why'd you bring it here?
Because the bank's selling off all your stuff.
They can't do that.
That's what I keep trying to tell them.
You hold on to it for safekeeping. We'll deal with my financial situation in 1986 after we saved me from a grisly death in 1931.
Me parece que es razonable, la verdad. ¿Trabajaste en la corte?
So, according to the British guy on the phone, you're working at the courthouse.
Of course. In the summer of 31, my father made me work as a junior clerk.
That doesn't sound like any fun.
I hated every minute of it. My father was strict. In any event, you should head over to the courthouse right away and introduce yourself to me.
¿Qué hace un secretario legal?
What does a
¿Verdad?
law clerk do anyway?
Horrible paper shuffling task, but that's unimportant. Get yourself to the courthouse and find me.
Bueno.
Hang in there, Doc.
Not the best choice of words, Marty.
Sí, pues, ¿para dónde se va a ir? Bueno, la corte es el coso donde está el reloj. Que es allá al frente. Entrada a la corte, ¿sí ven? ¡Uepa!
Don't touch those. These are very sensitive legal documents. Nobody is supposed to handle them but sworn officers of the court. Judge Brown says so.
Ah, encontramos al joven Doc.
Judge Brown? Doc. Nice to meet you. I'm Michael, Corleone.
Emmett Brown. But I am a law clerk, not a doctor. Now please get out of my way. I have important business to transact. Naturally, H2A multiplied by the inversion of H has to come out less than expectation value of A, right? No. What am I missing here? Or,
Listen, Emmett, you don't know me, but I'm your friend.
I'm not big on friends. They get in the way of work.
¿Qué estás haciendo? Tengo algo importante para que hagas. ¿Qué horas terminas? Oí que trabajas en un taladro cohete. No te preocupes, yo también soy un científico. ¿Qué estás haciendo? Para no sonar
What's
como
this
muy
important
agresivos.
business you're up to?
It's a legal matter, very complicated, very abstruse. I need to obtain 5 sets of initials on every copy of this writ of indemnification before before Judge Brown can even think of granting a waiver to the party in the first part.
You have no idea what it's about, do you?
That's how important it is.
Sí, importante es que no tengo ni idea de qué es. Muy bien. ¿A qué horas terminas? No, pues.
So, Emmett, what time are you through with work?
Depends. On weeknights, Pop sometimes keeps me in the office till 9.
9 at night, but today's Saturday.
Right. So I probably won't get off before 10.
¿Qué tal si sale más temprano?
How about you knock off work early and I'll buy you a beer, or soda. What do you say?
Don't try to tempt me from my duty with sugary beverages. Keeping the wheels of justice turning, that's my one passion in life. Besides, if I left before 8, my pop would kill me.
Suenas un poco asustado, la
Sounds
verdad.
like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Tengo algo importante para que hagas.
Come on, Doc, Emmett, drop the Legal Eagle Act. I got something more important for you to do.
Mr. Corleone, I'll have you know that the law is the very mortar that holds society together, and we in the legal profession are like brick masons building the edifice of the future.
Your dad tell you that?
Every morning.
Todos los días. Sí. Hoy que trabajas en un taladro cohete, pues ya va para el
I
grano.
understand you're working on a new invention in your lab.
Invention? You must have me mixed up with somebody else. I'm in law. I have absolutely no interest in science.
Ah.
How many newtons are required to maintain a constant...
Espere, ¿cómo que no?
Come on, wait up a minute.
You again? Can't you see I'm busy?
No te preocupes, yo también
See,
soy.
I'm sort of in the science business myself. That's why I sought you out.
Not that I care in the least, because science is the furthest thing from my own area of interest, which is law, but I don't believe you.
It's true. I'm a scientist.
So tell me something, Mr. Scientist, from your vast storehouse of scientific knowledge.
The leg bone's connected to the thigh bone?
Amazing.
Okay,
Hello.
so you don't want your old man to know. That's fine. Listen, we all keep secrets. But I'm telling you, you can level with me about this science project of yours.
I am not a scientist. Go ahead, ask me what E equals.
What does E equal?
I have absolutely no idea. See? I don't know where you got your information from about me, mister, but
Si el
you're
mismo
wrong,
propone la
wrong,
pregunta.
wrong.
Bueno, ¿sabe qué, parce? Vamos a preguntarle más bien al viejo Doc qué rayos sucede aquí. ¿Cómo puede ser tan
Doc.
pelele?
How goes the escape plan?
Bueno,
Well,
con
I
nosotros
met
ven
your
yo.
younger self.
Great.
And I gotta say, you're kind of uptight.
What?
You won't even talk to me.
I find that hard to believe. Tell me what happened.
Además dice que no es un científico, pero es muy dedicado a la ley. Dice que no es un
I
científico.
tried asking him about your rocket drill, but he says he's not a scientist.
What? What? Oh, Father.
What's he got to do with this?
In 1931, I was still deathly afraid of my father discovering the truth about my scientific predilections, so I carefully kept them under wraps, practicing science at odd hours, away from his prying eyes.
That sucks.
Del
It
todo.
sucked a lot. Fortunately, I eventually stood up to him, but right now, my younger self probably thinks he's been sent by my father to check up on me.
¿Y cómo hago para que confíe en mí?
What do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
I'm not sure.
Tu joven yo murmura mucho, ¿verdad? Ese man
Why
murmura
does your
mucho.
younger self mutter all the time?
A ver, por ahí
Whatever.
está pasando.
Why would I be muttering? I never mutter unless... the Hill Valley Expo!
Expo?
Ajá.
Yes, the expo. How could I have forgotten? In a few months, younger me will put on a demonstration at the Hill Valley Exposition, my first public foray into the world of science. Everyone in town will be there, including a number of noted inventors who shaped my career.
Oh.
So, it was a big success?
No, it was a miserable failure, but it was a spectacularly miserable failure, one which marked my transition from an amateur garage scientist into a professional seeker of truth.
Mensaje importante, muchachos. No se rindan, en ocasiones perder es ganar un poco, como dijo alguien. ¿Por qué la expo te debe
What
murmurar?
does this expo have to do with you muttering all the time?
When I was younger, I used to relieve stress by working on complex mathematical conundrums. No doubt my younger self is working on some impossible problem in an attempt to work off cerebral steam in the weeks before the exposition. What was I muttering about?
I don't know, h to the something with an inverse of something else. I'm not so good at equations.
That's too bad. I bet if we could solve my younger self's problem, he'd be more inclined to listen to you.
No puedes ver lo que murmura tu
I
joven
still
yo.
can't figure out what your younger self is muttering about.
Blast! If only I could hear him myself.
Let's
Ah,
talk
la
about your
grabadora.
younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget we're on a bit of a deadline here.
Sí, hágale, hágale. Todo bien. No me puedo olvidar los objetos. Es muy importante lo de los objetos, porque ahí no la... ¡Ah, espéralo! No, ahí viene. Espere. Inventario. Grabadora. Jaja.
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Todo bien, socio.
It's a derivative of the speed relative to the speed of light.
Ah, no problem, mijo, que ya conseguí lo que quería.
Doc!
Grabé tus murmullos.
So, Doc, does this ring a bell?
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Good grief! Is that me? I sound so...
Young?
I was gonna say intense. I
Intense.
forgot how wound up I used to get.
Yeah, but what are you muttering about?
Oh, that's easy. It's Ivanov's conundrum. Just tell my younger self that H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
Operador
Won't giving him
hamiltoniano.
the answer mess up the time stream?
Only if it turns out that reality is actually nothing more than a holographic illusion created by the interplay of subatomic particles on a vast two-dimensional membrane.
Ajá.
So,
En español
It'll
eso
be
es...
fine.
Ah, bueno, está bien. Listo.
Hang in there,
Hamiltoniano.
Doc.
Vamos a hablar con el joven Doc. Odio cuando la cámara se cambia porque los controles se mueven. Pero por allá viene.
Multiplied by the inverse of A might well be equal to...
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
H es igual al operador hamiltoniano.
Maybe H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
What did you just say?
I said maybe H equals the...
Hamiltonian operator.
Yeah!
Great Scott! If H is the Hamiltonian, then H to the A multiplied by the inverse of H can only be the same as the expectation value for A. That's it! That's the solution to Ivanov's conundrum, the problem I've been wrestling with in my head all week!
I'm sure you would have figured it out by yourself in a day or two. The way you figured out how to build that rocket-powered drill.
Where did you learn so much about science?
Soy del planeta Vulcano. Vengo del futuro, leo mucho a Julio Verne. Tirémonos por ahí.
Well, it's like this.
You know about my rocket-powered drill? Then there can only be one explanation.
What?
You're from the patent office! I confess I didn't quite know what to expect when I sent the paperwork, but I never expected this. Welcome! I'm at your service. What can I do for you?
Bien, lo logramos. Necesito tu taladro cohete, realmente necesito tu taladro cohete, realmente necesito tu taladro cohete. No seamos tan intensos, porque la verdad ya hemos sido como muy intensos, entonces voy a escoger la primera opción.
Can I see your rocket-powered drill?
Of course, of course. Naturally, it's just a scale model, but it's nearly operational. I can show it to you, say, first thing in the morning.
Necesito un modelo totalmente operativo, un modelo real, lo necesito esta noche. La verdad se necesita es esta misma noche.
Nah, that's no good. I need to see a full-size model. That's fully operational. Tonight. Otherwise, we'll have to award the patent to a competing inventor, Dr. McCoy.
It can't be done. I mean, it might be possible to construct a full-size working model in that time frame, but I haven't got the main ingredient for the fuel.
I'll get it for you. What is it?
190 proof grain alcohol. And you know how difficult it is to get a hold of alcohol these days.
Especially now that someone's blown up the speakeasy.
And besides, there's no way I can get off work until I've delivered this subpoena. Part of the investigation into the business affairs of Kid Tannen. Is it vitally important you see that rocket-powered drill today?
Yes. Is it vitally important you deliver that subpoena today?
Yes!
Listen, I'll help you deliver it, and I'll see to it you get the alcohol you need. It'll help you get that drill finished by tonight. Deal?
Deal. Here's the subpoena.
I've got to subpoena my grandpa?
Oh.
It's Kid Tannen.
Hey, I just saw him at the soup kitchen yelling at Arthur McFly.
I'm not surprised. Arthur does the books for his business.
What kind of business?
That's what the DA is trying to find out.
Let's go talk to him.
No!
Why not? Kid Tannen can tell us where Arthur's hiding.
Yeah, well, he can also have us fitted for a Chicago overcoat.
Un sobre todo de madera, maluco eso, la verdad. Bueno, ya alcanzamos un punto de control y creo que voy a dejar la partida hasta acá. La verdad está bastante bacano, ya hemos hecho más interacciones. No se me puede olvidar los objetos son muy importantes en el videojuego para poder seguir con la historia. Bueno muchachos, esperemos a ver qué nuevas aventuras nos depararán en el próximo capítulo. Mientras tanto lo voy a dejar acá ya que pudimos tener un punto de control y la idea no es que el juego quede demasiado largo para que ustedes no se aburran. En todo caso recuerden que abajo en la caja de comentarios, abajo en la descripción están los links de mis redes sociales. Cualquier comentario déjenlo abajo en la caja de comentarios. Recuerden que si les gustó, por favor denle un like y compártanlo, que la verdad me ayudaría muchísimo eso. No siendo más muchachos, cuídense mucho, nos vemos la próxima semana o en estos días y se cuidan, las mejores.